In this video, we're going over the top luxury neighborhoods of Wilmington, North Carolina. What's up, everybody? I'm Avery with American Home Team at eXp Realty, and if it's your first time to the channel, thank you. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're notified every single time that I drop a new video. And with that said, as much as we love making these videos for you guys, we'd love even more to help you with the real estate needs. So that phone number and email address popping up on your screen, I am the one that responds to all the calls, texts, and emails. I would love to have a conversation with you and see how I can help you achieve your goals. But with all that said, today we're discussing some of the luxury neighborhoods of Wilmington, North Carolina, and some of these nobody knows about, and some are very well on the map. So why don't we get started with one that everybody knows about, Wrightsville Beach. Wrightsville Beach is a phenomenal island to live on, right? But also vacation. So take this with a grain of salt, but if you choose that Wrightsville Beach is going to be your primary residence, you are going to be greeted by vacationers every single summer. It just is what it is. It's a vacation hub, so keep that in mind. But the majority of these homes on Wrightsville Beach are over 2,000 square feet. They are coastal style homes, as well as some new modern homes, as well as some of those Charleston low country style homes. Once again, all offering pretty much over 2,000 square feet with the exception of a couple shacks on the island. But you are not going to be able to buy a home here for under $500,000, with the majority of these homes being over $1 million. And really that sweet spot being anywhere from about 1.5 to 4 million, with the exception of a couple that sold at like 12 million and 6 and 8 million that are on the market right now. Living on Wrightsville Beach is an absolute dream for a lot of people, simply because not only do you get oceanfront opportunities, but you also get a number of sound side properties that offer docks, marinas, that kind of thing where you can launch your boat out of. So if you're looking for a coastal lifestyle and you're also looking for luxurious homes, somewhere between about $1 million to 12 million, Wrightsville Beach is going to be the place for you. But keep in mind, once again, that it is a vacation paradise. So the summer months, the busy months, the peak season, people are going to be visiting. They are going to be your neighbors. There are a lot of Airbnbs and VRBOs in the area. So just something to be cognizant of. And moving on to a not so known island called Cedar Island. So Cedar Landing on Cedar Island is a phenomenal place to buy your luxury home. It is a quote unquote private island. It's for residents and visitors only. However, it is not gated. But with that said, on this island, you are not going to find anything for under $2 million. There's only 12 homes on the island, and the majority being over $3 million. You know, I was talking with one of the homeowners as I was flying my drone, and he told me which house was his. He said, I have the mobile home on the island. And later on, I looked up his home. He bought the home for $4 million, a little over $4 million, but it was the smallest one on the island. Just so happened to be really nice and have a nice yard too, backing up to the water. But with that said, you get over 2,500 square feet. You get a little bit of land, you get some trees, right? Some mature landscaping, and you get the intercoastal waterway as well as some creeks. And the amenities include some walking trails as well as a marina. So if you are coming with a boat, you can park your boat over in the marina. It is best suited for some of your smaller boats and smaller pontoons, but you can try and squeeze it in if you want, if you have a big boat. Some of these homes have swimming pools, tennis courts, racquetball courts, as well as like indoor garden, like greenhouses, fountains, and all of that stuff. Beautiful views throughout the neighborhood. There is one house in the neighborhood that's currently for sale right now. It does not have the views that some of the other homes have, and it's not quite onto the private island, but it's right there next to it. And it backs up to some marshlands, so you have views of the marshlands. It's just not the intercoastal. But I'll show you guys this house right now. It is a unique style home, but if you're looking to get onto Cedar Island, Cedar Landing and Cedar Island, certainly reach out to the phone number and email address provided. I can help you do so. And if there's nothing available right now, we'll be calling them, we'll be knocking on their door, because if there's a deal to be made, it's going to be made. And these homes are situated off of Greenville Loop Road, which is right next to Oleander Drive, which houses all of your dining and your shopping and that kind of thing. So you're not too far from amenities at all, and you're not too far from historic downtown too. If you needed to go to work downtown or whatever the case is, you're about a 15 to 20 minute drive at the most. All right, moving on, we have Demis Landing. Demis Landing is not a gated community, but it is a very private community. It does have a wall all the way around the neighborhood, and it is heavily wooded. So as you drive through the neighborhood, you feel like you're in a park, and a lot of these homes are situated behind mature trees. The owners and the builders of these homes really did a great job making sure that the homes are as private as possible, and the majority of them sitting on about an acre or so. Demis Landing does benefit from tennis courts, swimming pool, a community boat launch and marina, as well as a clubhouse and numerous parks and little gazebos and benches and swings and stuff throughout the neighborhood, as well as walking trails all the way throughout the neighborhood as well. These homes range from about 2,500 square feet all the way up to about 6,000 or 7,000 square feet, and they're about 1.2 million up to about $4 million. This is a neighborhood you don't have to worry about any through traffic whatsoever. It is a bunch of one-way road throughout the neighborhood with medians in the middle, and so you feel like you are just tucked back in nature in your own private oasis. All right, and if you're looking for a little more privacy, we have the private island of Figure 8 Island. Figure 8 Island is a resident and guest only island that has a bridge and a gate prior to that bridge, and you need a passcode in order to get through that gate. Figure 8 Island is home to a couple celebrities that have purchased homes on the island, such as Jennifer Aniston, Robert Downey Jr., Andy Griffith, to just name a few. And on Figure 8 Island, you are not gonna buy a house under $1 million. All of these homes, even if it's under 2,000 square feet, are selling over $1 million, with the bulk of the homes being over about $2.5 million. But with that said, the residents get to benefit from 360 views of whether it's oceanfront or sound view, tennis courts, clubhouse, community pool, as well as the yacht club with the marina. So if you have a boat, you can park it over there at the yacht club and take it out whenever you want. With that said, although it is a private island, Airbnb and VRBO is still allowed on the island. As long as they have a passcode, they can get onto the island. So, you know, it's not nearly as bad as Wrightsville Beach. It's much more private than Wrightsville Beach, but you will still get vacationers that rent out homes on Figure 8 Island. So something to be cognizant of, but once again, you are going to be probably over that $2 million price point to get onto the island. Moving on, we have one of the most desirable areas in Wilmington, Airlie Road. Airlie Road is home of some of the most sought after neighborhoods in Wilmington, such as Airlie Place, Bradley Creek, Bell Arbor, Edgewater, Gray Gables, and Oak Village. All of these neighborhoods are extremely private, but only being one road away or an intercoastal away from Wrightsville Beach. This is the last road before the bridge to get onto Wrightsville Beach. The majority of these neighborhoods have their own private marinas, and the majority of these neighborhoods are dead ends, which makes it an exclusive neighborhood for those that want to live in luxury and have privacy. They do have in-ground pools and are 2,000 square feet at a very minimum, up to about 6,000 or 7,000 square feet. Many of them have multiple car garages, like a 3 or 4 car garage, as well as courtyards and fountains in those courtyards. Most of these neighborhoods have mature trees over top of them, so they're not easily seen from the road, but nonetheless, very private and very southern feeling homes, like that Charleston style low country home that I was talking about earlier. This is very much the same, but with convenience to all of your dining. It's walkable to all of the dining, the shopping, to Wrightsville Beach. There is a loop that is highly coveted in the area, so if you're a walker, you can walk the loop. And once again, we are talking about 1.2 million up to about $6 or $7 million on Airlie Road. Some of these neighborhoods don't have the largest lots. They're large enough for a house and maybe an in-ground pool, but that's about it. So if you're also looking for some low maintenance living, this is going to be an area for you with its amenities so close by and the low maintenance living. You really can't beat the area. All right, next up we have Greenville Sound Gardens. This is one of those neighborhoods that makes you feel like you're on a private island, though it is not an island. There's only a small number of homes on Greenville Sound Gardens, but all are very, very luxurious, and they all look like they should be on the cover of Better Homes and Gardens. With that said, the majority of these homes are on the Intercoastal Waterway and have their own private docks and or assigned boat slips at the private yacht club and the marina. They're all over 2,000 square feet, and you're not going to get in this neighborhood for really under 2.5 million. You are going to be closer to that 3 million at a bare minimum. but with how much yard you get, how much waterfront you get in-ground pools. Some of them have greenhouses and indoor pools and multiple large covered porches. A lot of this is plantation style homes, coastal style homes. But once again, yeah, you're going to be over that 2.5 million, and you're right off Greenville Loop Road. So you're close to all of the amenities on Oleander Drive, and you're only a short distance away to historic downtown if you have to go work in the city. But this is not going to be an area that has Airbnb or VRBO homes. These are private homeowners that live there year-round. And the nice thing about this neighborhood is it's extremely walkable. So if you're a runner, if you're a walker, you can run or walk from one end to the other and be back with little to no hassle or traffic. And chances are you will never encounter the public going into your neighborhood just because it is pretty private from the rest of society out, on Greenville Loop Road. So with all of that said, guys, I hope you guys got something from this video. I hope you like these neighborhoods. Luxury here in Wilmington is plentiful. There's a number of other neighborhoods that I could have listed, but to be honest with you, I gave you some of my favorite luxury neighborhoods in the area. There are some of the bigger neighborhoods like Landfall or Porter's Neck Plantation or Parkside at Mayfair that I could have showed you for, that $1 million plus neighborhood. But in my opinion, I feel like they're a little bit more commercialized than some of these other areas, with the exception of Wrightsville Beach. So if you liked any of these neighborhoods, you want to buy a house in one of these neighborhoods, be sure to reach out, call, text, or email to that phone number and email address provided. I would love to have a conversation with you and see how we can accomplish your goals together. But until the next video, guys, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.